Please welcome to Capital. Once again, put your hands together. It's the wonderful Miss Katy Perry, everyone!
Thank you!
Katy, now listen, we have been waiting a hot minute for you to release some new music. This song is just absolutely huge.
Thank you.
Never really over. I mean, talk to me about this. I mean, it sounds like a personal record when you listen to it, and it sounds like there's a lot of deeper meanings. Is that kind of it, or is it you wanted to get in there and...
No, I mean, it always is. There's always levels to this. And with me, you know, as much as I want people to adopt it and kind of make it their own and have their own interpretation, it always comes from like a real personal experience. So I think that this song was like a realization that, you know, relationships are always in your life in one way or another to kind of teach you a lesson. And some people come into your life at the right times and they leave your life at the right times. And, you know, that all relationships accumulate to the one maybe that you're supposed to be with, but you couldn't be with the one until you've gone through all those relationships. And, you know, that other people have seen you and loved you and witnessed you, but they weren't necessarily the right one for you.
Sure.
But they'll always be there.
They'll always be there,
you know,
in the periphery,
Yeah, and they're there, you did that, and you don't ever have to do it again.
Now, talk to me about, before we talk more about the song, talk to me about the video.
Well, yeah,
It looked a lot of fun to make.
Yeah, it was
Firstly,
a lot
very
of fun.
colourful.
You said something I've been hearing, which is that it's like the age of Aquarius. It's very hippie 70s California, like very like I go to a healing center to get over, you know, an ex or whatever. And actually, the acupuncture that's in my face, I really did it. It's like needles in my face.
That's real?
Well, there's real needles in my face, yeah.
You know there's CGI now? You don't have to do that.
I know, but I was like, I'm so dedicated to my art.
She spent
such
a
a
week.
purist.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's like a behind the scenes of her like putting them in, and she was like, I can put about 100 in. I was like, I'm good. I only need like 15 or 20.
Oh, you gotta release that.
It's good for your face, so I kind of like was getting a treatment while making a music video, which was great. And then there's some cupping in it.
Did you just want to go to a spa day?
Yeah.
I did. That's what it looks like. Just got a massage in there, got everything.
It's super like it's kind of, you know, very like new age, and a bit esoteric, but I think it's fun. That video kind of is a little bit like, oh, let's try some alternative medicine, you know, to like rewire your neural pathways or the way you think.
Yeah, for sure. And now the chorus in this, singing this chorus live. That's going to take some work. It's one of the fast-paced choruses.
Not only is it fast-paced, it's like super rubato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna finish singing.
It was no small feat recording it, but I do that to a lot of my songs. Like I'll go in there, and it's like, oh yeah, this is great. I could hit this note, and then all of a sudden, for 10 years, I'm like clenching my buttocks every time I sing Firework.
Now, you worked with Zed on this record.
I did, yeah.
How did that come about?
So I've had so this song like was a skeleton, and I brought it to Zed, and I said, I think this is something that sounds kind of, you know, right up your alley. And we were on tour, so this song I've been kind of massaging for quite a while.
Now, with working with someone like Zed, I mean, what's that like? Did you get the opportunity to be in the studio with him, or was it
we
like
were doing it on
over?
days off when we were touring together.
Oh, amazing!
It's actually the first time I've ever done music while I was touring, because I always I'm way too exhausted. But I was at the end of the show, at the end of the tour, in Australia and New Zealand, and it was like super cold, and like, you know, when you go to Australia, you're like. And it's the winter there.
Is it winter? Is it summer?
It's the winter. Well, it was summer in LA, but it was the winter in Australia, and I was like, oh man, wow. I guess we'll just go in the studio. Since
you've been away, obviously, since we've been waiting on this music.
Since you've been gone.
Yeah, shouts Kelly Clarkson. We of course have seen you on American Idol.
Yes. Do they play that much here?
They do.
Is it?
They do. Yeah, of course they do. It's a very big show. It's quite popular. What was that? What's it been like?
Actually, it's been super fun, and I think people see that. They can I'm such a bad liar in that, like, authenticity is the value that I hold, the closest to my heart.
Yeah.
And so when I'm not feeling something, or when I'm super feeling something, you will always know. And like, I'm really having fun. Like, I'm really tuned in. I get to be very slapstick about my humor.
Yep.
There's no script, so anything goes. I feel like a little bit like a Lucille Ball or a Carol Burnett.
So you kind of get free reign on it a little bit.
I get so much free reign that it's scary.
Days.
Yeah.
They're long days.
No one tells us what to do at all. Like literally.
Is anyone running it?
Yeah, we've got actually. We have a great producer. She's English, so of course she knows. But as far as like picking the talent and stuff, nobody tells us, hey, you should pick this person because they've got a great story or blah 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 blah. It's just like we hear and we respond.
You dressed up as Ursula.
I did.
For American Idol.
I did.
There is a live action Little Mermaid film.
I know, but I don't want to play Ursula. I don't want to be a mean villain. Like, literally, it was so hard.
I'll take Ariel. I'll just do it.
I'll just do it. I'll do Ariel. Fine, I'll do it. Yeah.
But a lot of people are getting into acting, and they are doing the. I spoke to Shawn Mendes recently. Shawn Mendes saying that he wants to do acting.
Shawn Mendes could literally act anything out, and it would be breathtaking.
But I mean, have you done acting auditions before?
Auditions? I mean, not like some, a little bit. When I first got to Hollywood, I was like, I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe something in the future. We'll see. I'd
like to see it.
Thank you. I'd like to do something really self-deprecating. Take the piss out myself.
Very nice.
And something,
do like a mockumentary of the life of Katy Perry.
Oh God.
That would be very fun.
Yeah. More me, please.
Now, obviously, I had to say to a couple of fans that were coming down, we were going to be asking you questions, and the one thing that always crops up whenever someone releases a single is album. When's it out? When's the date on it? Have you got a name? Everything.
Exclusive for Capital right now. Yeah. All the answers to all your cheeky questions.
Yeah.
No, there isn't really a plan, but all I do know is that, I have some music and I want to just start putting some of it out. And what I haven't done before is not had a strategy.
Is this scary for you then?
No, I think what I did last with my last record is there was a lot of strategy, and I loved it, and I loved everything I did with the last record, but I don't really have as many expectations, and that makes me happy because there's a lot more balance in my life. I just know that I'm really good at music, and I love contributing, and I love connecting people, and I love connecting them through like storytelling.
There is one person that has come up in a lot of questions that have been sent in from fans.
Who's that?
And it's a bit controversial me asking you this, right?
My fiance.
Nugget.
Oh! Oh, sorry, Orlando.
Talk to me about your dog.
My dog.
Because your dog is famous.
Yes.
Your dog's been in an advert.
Which one? Yeah, a couple.
A couple?
A few, actually.
Which one? Who says that?
What?
Your dog's been in an advert. Yeah, which one?
Yeah, which one?
But
and if you want to talk about my dog.
Yeah, I want to talk about the dog.
Okay, so I have a tiny BB. So I used to be a cat person strictly, right? And so much so that my fans they've called themselves the Katy Cats.
Yep.
And I didn't understand dogs, right? I really didn't. I also didn't understand unconditional love because I was like such a tortured artist. And then, I went down the healing journey a little bit, or I decided to at least get on, and I was like, oh, this unconditional love stuff, I kind of like this.
Oh, yeah.
And because cats are very like on my time, whatever timing.
I'm not a cat person.
They go to the bathroom on their own.
Yeah.
It's like whatever they want to do. They'll love you when they want to love you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, I love that abuse. That's great. And then I realized dogs are actually God backwards.
Yes.
It's like, no wonder.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't seen you since the big moment. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Or now you're talking about the...
I was making my way there.
Thank you.
Got to get in there.
All right.
But no, congratulations.
Thank you.
That deserves a round of applause, I think. Yeah, congratulations. Now, the engagement, the proposal,
big deal.
Quite substantial.
BFD.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Now, in terms of getting... There was the... Correct me if I'm wrong. Helicopter pad.
Legend has it.
Legend has it. Legend has it. You were stood on a helicopter pad, and the family, every family are there.
Yeah, something
But you didn't take off.
No.
But what?
What'd you read that? The
Explain.
Sun?
Yeah, no, explain. This is what I'm saying. This is I don't know.
Oh,
That's why I thought I'd ask
it was
you.
Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and I had to work that day, and I just remember meeting him at dinner in this place that I went, this Italian restaurant, because like when I get like a pass, I want to just like stuff my face with pasta. And so I get there, and he's like clean shaven. He's not wearing tennis shoes. I'm like, shit, something is going down.
Oh, so you knew?
Well, I mean, he was letting me like, you know, like we were ordering everything, and it was like, you know, I was like, who is this person? And
he was
he must
going
have
all
been
out.
so nervous, because actually he was going like this. And then I thought I was going somewhere, and I wasn't. I got on a helicopter, and he asked me to marry him, and then we landed on this building, and then went downstairs, and my friends were there, and like the most flowers is like the most flowers you've ever seen. It's like, you know, when, you know, Kanye does that for Kim, you're like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
I really hope Orlando Bloom proposes to me. That's really romantic.
Anyways, it's great. He's great. I love him very much.
Listen, we had
I could go on and
a
on,
question.
obviously.
We had a question from Rita Ora.
Oh, Rita.
She wanted to ask you recently.
Hey Katie, it's Rita. Alright, so here's my question for you. If you were to take me on a date anywhere in the world, where would you take me?
Anywhere in the world, take Rita Ora on a date.
All right. Anywhere in the world. Well, first of all, I would.
Yeah.
And second of all, Rita's a fun gal.
Yeah, it's very fun.
So, and like she always is down for such a good time. I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be like Disneyland.
Okay.
I'm like a Disney girl. I mean, I love amusement parks. Wait, what amusement parks do you have in London besides the
Thorpe Park we have in the UK. Alton Towers, you could take her.
Fawlty Towers?
Alton Towers.
What's that?
It's a theme park.
Is there
Can
any
stay
good
there
Are there
overnight.
any good ones in the UK?
Alton Towers.
I
It's
believe
good.
you. It just
No, I'm being serious. Alton Towers. I know it
Is it
sounds like a
fun?
silly name. It's very fun.
I would
Say to Orlando, Roman said that we should go to Alton Towers. He'll know what I'm saying.
or we could go to Brighton by the sea.
Yeah, you go to
But
Brighton,
that's
hang
like
out for a
second
day.
or third date. That's when we're really invested in each other.
Yeah, it's a bit
Rita.
romantic on the
It's
pier.
a bit romantic. I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
have a drink and go to Disneyland.
Very good.
Alton Towers.
Right, Katie, I think it's come to a
Thanks,
big moment.
Rita.
I think it's
And
come
I'll
to a
let
big
you borrow
moment.
my wigs, and I can borrow your wigs.